Hey there everybody, it's Mistress Seraphim again. This is my second video for today, and that probably won't happen very often, but seeing as how I did an introduction video earlier today, I thought I would do something with a little bit more substance. So today what we're going to do is I'm just going to give you a really quick rundown and review of the Universal Fantasy Tarot. This is the one that I use the most often. I was really drawn to it because the artwork is just beautiful. I just want to blow them up and put them all over my house because it's just gorgeous artwork. Very striking, like here's the Eight of Swords, very striking visuals. So I really love it. I think that it really speaks to me strongly, and the visual of it is really striking for me. The colors are really good, so when you have a good card, you know, a foundation card like the Four of Wands, you get a really good sense that it's a positive card, you know. And the darker, here's the Seven of Swords, sort of, oops, which way am I going here? It's sort of, the colors are just really good, in my opinion. But there are some drawbacks with this deck. If you're new to doing tarot, it's not what I would suggest. It doesn't stick with the classic themes that you find in most tarot decks. It's got some major differences. You know, the death card is pretty different from what you'd find in a standard deck. One of the most striking ones is, let me see if I can find it. Somewhere in here. Well, here's a pretty big one. It's the Six of Cups. I mean, it's great graphically, but when you look up the classical meanings of this card, it's not necessarily going to be super clear. And also the Five of Wands is another one that classically it's just really different. So yeah, it's not necessarily lining up with the more classical ideas behind the tarot meanings. But that being said, I'm a pretty intuition-based reader, and so these just seem to strike really well with my intuition, and that's why when you go tarot deck shopping, you really should really get an idea by having the cards in front of you, like having the deck, being able to see, you know, the pictures on the box, you know, and if you can, like many metaphysical stores and bookstores will have the binders or you know, some sort of selection to let you see what all the cards look like, and that's a great way to do it, because you're going to want to pick a deck that really speaks to you, because so much of tarot is intuition and your relationship with your deck. Here's another really good classical. This is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is typically like about heartbreak, and a lot of times on cards you'll see like a heart pierced with swords, and this does not necessarily have that same graphic effect. So not necessarily the best deck to learn on, but it is highly visually striking. Here's the wheel. Highly visually striking, and for an intuitive reader such as myself, it is really, I find that it guides me pretty well. So that was my review of Universal Fantasy Tarot deck. If you have any questions or comments, if you have this one and you have a different opinion or whatever, please leave comments down below. And don't forget to check out my site and my store. I'll leave all of the links in the description box below. So have a great day, and blessed be.